How good are you at saying no in your business? I know this is kind of a counterintuitive question because more often than not, when you go into business yourself, that typically means that you're quite an enthusiastic person, you're quite a helpful person. And no is not exactly a helpful, positive thing, is it? And let's face it, when you first set up a business, the chances are that you probably not only will say yes to pretty much anything, but probably have to say yes to pretty much everything. Because when you first start a business, the most crucial thing is getting yourself to a point where you can consistently pay the bills. Because let's face it, if you don't do that, you won't be in business for very long. So we learn to say yes, we learn to be helpful, we learn to be supportive. And yet what I find is that somewhere there comes a point where actually learning to say no can be one of the most pivotal moments in anybody's business, because no turns you from playing at business into actually taking it really seriously. So let me give you some examples of when no is actually a phenomenally good word to say in business. So how about those customers who you've worked with for quite a while, but they're constantly just asking for that little bit too much and they just keep pushing. There comes a point where you just have to say no. Otherwise, you're the doormat, and that's not a great customer relationship. What about when somebody at a networking event asks you to meet them for a coffee, but you categorically know that that person actually just wants to pitch to you? You know that you don't really have the time for it, you don't quite have the energy or commitment, you don't see this person as a valuable connection, and you really don't want to go. It's perfectly valid in that instance to say no. How about when you're just too busy to take on a new customer? And this is a big pivotal moment for lots of people. The first time that somebody actually says they want to come and work with you and you don't have the capacity. And very often what I find with my clients is that they will get to the point where they are absolutely bursting with clients before they can build that confidence to say no. But they can also get themselves to a point where they're actually feeling incredibly stressed, incredibly overworked, but no one wants to say no because there's that uncertainty about what if I say no and then I lose a few more customers. So there's a big indication here of finally reaching that point where you have confidence in you and in your business and in the sustainability of it to actually stand your ground and say, no, I don't have the capacity at the moment. But it is a very powerful thing to do. What about when somebody wants to work with you, but you already know that they will be a really hard work client? It might be that you know other people that they work with, or that you have just been around them for a long time through networking or through social media, and you just know it's not the right fit. You are perfectly entitled in that circumstance to say no. At the end of the day, you're entitled to choose who you work with, what service you offer them, what your price is, and what you're willing to accept in terms of levels of communication and boundaries and all that kind of stuff. You've got the right to say yes or no to all those things. You also have the right to say no to a nightmare client that you used to work with that wants to come back and work with you again. It's definitely okay to say no to that one. And I think one of the biggest moments for anybody in business to discover the word no is when you actually tell an existing customer that this is no longer the right working relationship and you don't believe you're the right supplier for them anymore. The big thing I would say on that is that when you let go of a customer who actually has been an incredible drain on your time, on your resources, on your self-esteem, it is literally like the world is lifted from your shoulders, and the clarity it gives you about the future of your business, the confidence it gives you is absolutely huge. So my challenge to you today is to look at the areas of your business where you are perhaps too agreeable and you're too willing to say yes, when for the future of your business itself and for you to build the type of business that you really genuinely want to, sometimes no is the right answer. So where in your business do you need to start thinking about saying no? I would love to hear that from you in the comments below. Let me know where you think you need to say no more, or tell me about an occasion where you have already said no and what the impact of that was. So I'd love to see your feedback in the comments below. Absolutely love you to come across to YouTube and to like and subscribe so you see these videos more often. And of course, please feel free to share this with anybody else who you think would benefit. Thank you.